Hey guys, this is AyeBub coming with you some news about the coronavirus, some things you need to know, and some things that just transpired. And I'm gonna hopefully get y'all all the information below. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment below some things that you heard already, and we're gonna get to this. The coronavirus, also known as COVID-19. As of today, there's been 3,774 cases reported in the U.S. And they also passed bills where you get the coronavirus, whatever, you'll be able to be off with pay and your medical bills are paid. Also isolated for 14 days, so you have to be prepared for that. That's pretty crazy. And now, like the symptoms, as far as the symptoms go, there's high fever, that's one. Coughing, and then we have shortness of breath. These are some of the things you can be looking out for. And especially if you've traveled in the last 6 weeks, that's something you need to look at. I'm gonna give y'all some on the best way to avoid from getting it. Such as like avoid like high populated places. Try not to go to like malls or movies, to like go to see movies or something, stuff like that. And some other, basically find you some things to do at home, like stay at home or whatever, and like make sure you use hand sanitizers. Try not to touch money, you touching doors and things of that nature. Always make sure you wash your hands. When you wash your hands, actually wash your hands, use soap and water. Make sure it's warm water, and you should at least wash your hands for at least like 20 seconds. And when you're actually using hand sanitizer, you want to rub your hands all the way in until it fully dries. Some sources say that 40 to like 70% will be affected by this coronavirus. So recently, the governor announced that he's closing all like bars and like restaurants for indoor service. Like some of the places you can still like go through the drive-through and get food and stuff like that, but you can't go inside and get anything. And it's more or less trying to keep it from spreading, because you don't really want it to spread. And you don't really want to go to like restaurants and stuff like that, because that just keeps it going. You don't really want to do that. Try to stay at home. You really want to go out and like go get food and prepare it at home and things of that nature, because you don't really want to do the process, because people are thinking how many like people are touching the food and stuff like that, and when it gets to you. Incident, people are like, you want to say, most people probably think they're crazy and overreacting, but that's kind of what they want to keep it from happening, because you don't want people to think, oh, it's really nothing. We want people to stay clean, keep their hands washed, because if they're overreacting, then they're taking better care of themselves and taking better care of the situation at hand, so it doesn't spread. Because if you get careless, you pretend to do stuff that's, that's really careless, and present to give it to somebody else or anything. But they've been taking over like the stores, buying all the milk, all the bread, all the toilet paper is gone. And I'm gonna put some clips in here so y'all can see. It gets pretty crazy. And
please bring the mom, utility. Register 12, register 12.
people are just going in there and like buying more than they really need. Yeah, that's good, because I mean, it's good, but it's bad too, because they're not being generous. They actually, I have a clip where it's showing that they're putting up signs, and you can only like get so many. Like toilet paper, you can only get like 2 or 3 or something like that. They have signs and stuff up. I will let y'all see that here in this clip.
You want to know why? I don't know.
And it just gets pretty crazy out here. There's actually, as of today, as I'm making this video, before I made this video to show y'all, there's a man who actually died because him and a guy was scuffling over the last thing of water, and this is crazy. And as far as sports related, I know y'all like to watch sports. People love sports. I'm a sports guy myself, and like the NCAA has been canceled. It went from them still playing in the NCAA with no fans to it to be canceled, the NBA canceling it. It's just like, oh, this is crazy. And like, it's not just the NBA, the NFL, the NLB, NHL, mainly some of the spring sports that are coming up. All those are gone. Schools, I forgot to talk about that. Schools, they're out for at least a month, and it's like kids are doing stuff at home, doing their schoolwork, and like people from work, they're doing more online type of deals, and people are just struggling financially. Actually the government's working on, maybe I think it's like tomorrow or sometime soon, working on at least giving people $1,000 a month to support themselves during this. If we were to be in a quarantine, because I kind of see that coming. I really do. I mean, more and more every day. Within the 30 minutes or within 5 or 10 minutes, all kind of stuff breaks out. Like, you hear more and more news. And they're actually stopping people. They're managing people coming in and out the U.S. There's just so much stuff to tell y'all. I mean, y'all can leave some down in the comments. Y'all can tell me more. I'm not no expert, but, you know, I'm trying to get this out here to y'all so y'all know. The draft, they're doing away with the draft. They canceled it for the NFL. They canceled the NFL draft. The Nike has shut down all their outlets, so you can't really get nothing there. And some of the celebrities I know that's affected by this coronavirus is Idris Elba, Tom Hanks, his wife, Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert. There's also a soccer player, but I can't remember his name. And there's some others that I hadn't got yet. I read a scripture in the Bible, Chronicles 7:13 through 15. Whenever I read the scripture, the first line in the scripture says, "Whenever I hold back the rain." And what I got from that, think about Australia, the wildfires. There was no rain for like weeks. The second line in that says, I'll send the locusts to eat the crops. Within the past few days, if you didn't know, in East Africa, the locusts have been eating up all the crops there. The third line says, or send the epidemic on my people. And with that being said, this coronavirus is pretty epidemic on your people. And that's just stating that I guess we all need to get down mainly and pray and look up to God. I think this is just a time where we need to pray to God and ask Him for healing, the true healing. And these are some of the things I got, and hopefully y'all take these in consideration and think about them. If y'all have any more that I forgot or didn't get or misworded or anything, go ahead and go in the comments and put that down in there. Make sure y'all like this video. Make sure y'all also subscribe. Go down and share this to others so others can know the same thing. And y'all have a blessed day. Make sure you use precautions and stay safe out there. Mamba out.